So I was on a call with a client the other day, and we were talking about how her spouse is just not showing up the way that she wants him to show up. And the comment that she made to me was something along the lines of, he doesn't appreciate me. He never tells me how much I'm doing and how much I'm sacrificing for this business and this family. And she also made another comment somewhere along the lines of, I had to sort of remind him to buy me gifts. I have to remind him to buy me a gift after I gave birth to our son. And you could tell that this was really heavy on her, that it really upset her, that she felt neglected and somewhat unloved by her partner. What was really interesting in that conversation is that I could tell right away what was really going on. And this happens so much in business, romantic, and personal relationships, how we are simply misunderstanding how another person is trying to communicate with us that they appreciate and they love us. My name is Kat Howell, and I'm the founder of the Flow Protocols Business Rules for Conscious Alphas. And if you have not had the opportunity to pick up the book, The 5 Love Languages, I would highly recommend you make that investment. There's a free online quiz as well that this guy offers, and it is actually mind-blowing. This book completely changed the way that I approached my professional relationships, my romantic relationships, as well as my children. So what are the 5 love languages? Well, if you've never heard of this, it's the concept that people like to give and receive love in different ways. And there's basically 5 ways to do that. The first one is physical touch. So maybe you're somebody who needs to be touched. You like hugs, you like massages, you like holding hands, right? While some people, that makes them really uncomfortable. Another one is quality time. You want to spend time with people. If people are on their phones when you're talking to them, it really hurts you. It really gets to you, right? When somebody is with you, or when you're with somebody, you're super present, you listen, you pay attention. Time, quality time, is how you express love to others and tell them that you care. Another one is words of affirmation. So, I love you, you look beautiful, you did so well. This is my son's one. My son just thrives when you use words with him. You can see his face bloom. Whereas my daughter, it's kind of like water off a duck's back. She's like, whatever. It doesn't affect her as much. The fourth one is gifting. So maybe you are somebody who likes to receive or likes to give gifts. So the client I was talking about before, obviously that was one of her love languages. She needs to be given gifts to be told or to feel like she is loved and appreciated. And she loves to give gifts as well. And finally, the last one is acts of service. So maybe you're somebody who shows your affection by doing things for other people, by taking out the garbage, cleaning the dishes, these types of things, right? Again, you will hear this in romantic relationships amongst spouses a lot, like, he doesn't help me out around the houses, or he doesn't do anything. What they're really saying in that moment is that he's not communicating my love language, and I don't feel loved. I don't feel supported, right? So those are the 5 love languages. And the premise is basically that most people will give and receive the same love languages. And usually you'll have 2 of them. It is possible to have all of them, though. Sometimes you like to receive a different love language than you like to give. So that's me, for example. I love to give gifts. That's how I love to express that I care for somebody, and I love to do acts of service as well. That's how I communicate love to those around me. But if people give me gifts, I deeply don't like it. It's super uncomfortable for me. So I like to receive love by words of affirmation and quality time. I like it when I'm in a room, when people make time for me. That's how I know they really, really care about me. This is such a life hack if you haven't discovered this yet, because this works with your employees. This works with any relationship, any human relationship. It is mind-blowing stuff. So when I had a really big team in 8 Loop, I actually asked my team what their love languages were, and I would try to make an effort to communicate in the way that they had told me that they liked to have love expressed to them. So if somebody had words of affirmation, I would make sure to compliment them or often remind them of the good work that they're doing, because this really built this person up, right? And I do the same thing with my partners. So my boyfriend now, his is physical touch, and it's the biggest hack. I know that if I withhold touch, like if I'm not rubbing his back or if I don't, touch him, he knows he's in trouble. He knows I'm upset. He knows I'm angry at him, because that's just, he's so used to just being touched, like even just a shoulder or a hand. It's what he loves. That's his love language. And likewise, my children, once I began to work with these love languages, it really changed the relationship with my kids. I now understand that my son has words of affirmation. So I have to be especially careful about criticism, verbal criticism with him, because he really takes that seriously. Whereas my daughter, it really doesn't affect her the same way, but she loves hugs. She has physical touch. And my son doesn't really care for hugs. He kind of squirms away and he doesn't really like it. So it's really, really mind-blowing stuff. And there is a free quiz online called The 5 Love Languages. I'll put the link down below, but I'd love to hear from you guys. Have you read the book? What is your language, if you have many, and how have you tried to apply this in your life, either professionally or with your partners or in any relationship that you have? Please tell me. I'd love to know. And don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. It definitely helps if you're vibing with these ideas, with these protocols of how to start to build business and attract money consciously. Then let's connect. Make sure you subscribe, that like button, and check out the other videos that I've got on here as well. Thanks, guys.